Hey folks, welcome to the short lecture on underrepresented scholars in STEM and specifically in environmental science. I'm just going to go over a couple of quick facts and then the rest will be you reading and watching videos from some underrepresented scholars. So I'm going to share my screen, made a couple slides you can take a look at. Okay, all right. Okay, so science, technology, engineering, and math. That is what STEM stands for. Traditionally, there have been a ton of barriers and still are for anyone that is not a white male, to be quite frank about it. Um, Here's a couple of not so great percentages, but it's just something to look at. So, first gen working students are 9% less likely to major in science and technology and math. Um, Underrepresented students in STEM can be anything. There's a list. So we'll go over that in just a minute. And any kind of racial minority students are definitely less likely to major as well. Um, as you can see, the graduate rates are much lower for women, racial minorities. It's been a long, long road, and there are lots of institutional barriers, lots of biases, and we'll talk a little bit about that today. What we really want to work on is closing the gaps. Black and Latinx are some of the most underrepresented in STEM. So this is just a little cartoon, just to something to remember. This is from a paper. There was a couple questions that folks were asked. So when I think of people who are really good at math and science, I am more likely to think of men than women. Um, I'm more likely to think of men than women, basically going through the percentages and whatnot, especially with racial and ethnic stereotypes. So this is another, if you want to read this paper, I put it at the bottom for you. You're welcome to take a look at it. So this is a survey of folks from 2013. So we have, institutional barriers, stereotypes, personal biases, racism, all the unfun things that are out there that everyone has inside of them one way or the other, but some people haven't addressed that, I guess is the nice way to say it. This was another prompt from the same paper. So, men are better at science than women. Do I agree or disagree? Here are some of the answers. This might have been true 20 years ago. Everyone has the same capability, or no, we're all humans. So these are some of the answers that came back is, it depends on the area or school that you live in. Everybody has the ability. I don't think it's an absolute fact. So these are some of the questions that they asked, just to show personal biases and institutional issues that happen. Um, what can we do to help decrease the gap? You, as yourself now, can own who you are. Um, and try to inspire the next generation of scientists. And so that's something that I try to work on, on my own as a white cis female, right? Like I have lots of privilege in this position, from the outside. I deal with my own stuff, but just looking at me, right? I have a lot of privilege. So what you do is wherever you are, you help bring up the people behind you, right? So you help other students, help folks that are learning, you volunteer, you do what you can. This is just a degree process, right? So, working with a professor, getting some research time, maybe applying for graduate school. These are all things that can promote more folks in STEM. Here is another table from a different paper. And so this was from NSERC, which is like a big National Science Foundation study. And so these are the kinds of funding that are out there to help students get promoted in their research and in their work to get into STEM and to go on to graduate school. And so really defining those examples, like what kind of things are out there, the benefits of getting excuse me, even a small scholarship can really have a snowball effect, on more scholarships down the road. Being able to be involved in a small research project or any kind of field assistantship, working over the summer, maybe 2 afternoons a week, work study program that you might have. That's something I did. I counted bugs for Dr. Anderson when I was a student. I've picked through owl poop, nothing that I was really interested in, but I got paid to do it. So always try to look for professors that have some money to pay you, right? And then teaching assistantships, that's when you go to graduate school and you teach to kind of help trade for tuition. That's what I did also. And that's it. That's my discussion for today. I want you to go through and read the links, or excuse me, read the articles that I gave you in the links, as well as um, watching the short videos. I feel like since I am not an underrepresented scholar, I want you to hear from folks that are about their experience. You're also going to watch Dr. Kafala's really cool documentary for the assignment today, this week rather, and enjoy. Thank you.